Yes, that's what we said. All right, here we go. So, for us. All right, I think I wrote some things down to try to help you, and I told you that I wanted you to go back and see particular problems. All right, so for example, number 15. If a number is added to its square, that should have been x squared plus x equals 90. I don't think that was that hard. Hey. And now we're setting it equal to 0. So x squared plus x minus 90 equals 0. And then we're factoring. That should be x plus 10 and x minus 9. So x is equal to negative 10 or x is equal to 9. All right? So there are how many solutions here? There are 2 solutions. That's right. Both numbers are okay. Both numbers are okay. All right, but again, I know you can figure that out on your own, right? I care about the algebra and how you're doing. All right, just like I care about question number 16. This one's really, really important. All right. Now, the other thing let me recommend too, guys, for some of you guys who are not fitting this on the screen, you realize you can blow it up and shrink it down and write neater, correct? Right? If you run out of room, you can just highlight it and shrink it down and continue on. That's why some of you better need to improve on your neatness. All right? So over here, we said yesterday, we said x plus y is equal to 25, and then we said that x squared plus y squared equals 313. Now, this is what I'm trying to show you. If it gets too big, just shrink it down, and then you can blow it up more. All right, then you have more space. All right, so here we go. I have, or what you were supposed to do is you're supposed to go back and look at how we solved this. This was y is equal to 25 minus x. Now, come on, this is the one that's kind of tricky, so you need to pay attention. Make sure you're with me. Then y is equal to 25 minus x, so we got to replace y with 25 minus x. So when I do that, I end up with x squared plus parentheses 25 minus x squared equals 313. Now you have to square that binomial. So x squared plus 25 squared is 625. Now the middle term, remember, is always the 2 multiplied and then times 2. So it's 25 times negative x, which is negative 25x, times 2, negative 50x. Then you square. That becomes positive x squared equals 313. Anybody have any issues with that? What? 25 times 25. Right? You're squaring the binomial. And the middle term, like I said, the middle term is always 25 times negative x times 2. That's what that was. All right, now you're combining like terms. When you combine like terms, you get 2x squared minus 50x plus 625 equals 313. Now you have to set it equal to 0. When you set it equal to 0, you get 2x squared minus 50x plus 312 equals 0. Now what? Divide by 2. When I divide by 2, I get x squared minus 25x plus 156 equals 0. And here's where some of you had trouble. You couldn't figure out the factors of 156. All right? So look up here on the board. I'm going to try to explain it one more time. All right? What times what for sure is 156? Well, yes, 12 and 13 for those of you guys who know. But let's say we didn't know it was 12 and 13. I know 2 goes into 156, right? So it would be 2 times 78. Now, obviously, there's no way to make that 25, so I break down 78 to 2 times 39. Now I want you to look at that and say another factor would be 4 times 39. Does everybody agree with that? Mm-hmm. Now 4 and 39 don't make 25, so I'm going to break 39 down to 3 times 13. Now I'm looking at the 3 and I can match it with the 4. So now that's 12 and 13, which makes what now? 25. I hope you're listening. I hope you paid attention to that, because I think that's important. When you don't know how to figure out what the factors are, you can break them down.
How'd you go from 3 times 13 to 12 times 13?
Well, because I grouped this 3 with these 2. 3 times 2 times 2. You see that? That's 12 times 13. Agreed? All right, so you can move the factors as long as you remember you're multiplying them. All right, that's how we discovered that it was 12 times 13. So now you're x minus 12, x minus 13. So x can be 12 or x can be 13. All right, now it said find 2 numbers. So these were the answers. So I plugged 12 in. So if I plug 12 in, y is going to be what? 13. So my answer so far is 12 and 13. Now when I plug 13 in, I get what for y? 12. So do I really have to say 12 and 13 and 13 and 12? No, it's the same answer. All right, the answer's down here. Listen, this answer right here is not the same as this answer up here. Does everybody understand what I'm trying to tell you? You got to be careful with that. Hope you're listening to me. The 12 and the 13 is not the same as the 12 and 13. All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right, now I want to try to demonstrate. Look at mine and look at yours, how it's fitting into yours. All right, I want to see some organization. I don't want it bleeding all over everywhere. That's why I have the box around them. All right, I would like the work to stay in there so I can kind of take a look at what you're doing. You should be organized. All right, not stuff everywhere. All right, and some of you guys, if you get better organized, your work would improve. All right, does anybody else want me to do a particular problem that we were supposed to do yesterday?
24.
Isn't that beyond what we did?
No, that was for homework.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, 24 I told you to try. Yes, anything else besides 24? Anything else? What? Well, 17, yes. Here, though, it's the same principle. I'm just plugging that in for L. So 2w plus 8 times w equals 42. Do you agree with that? Right? And so now we distribute the w. So 2w squared plus 8w equals 42. 2w squared plus 8w minus 42 equals 0. And now I can do what? Divide by 2. When I divide by 2, w squared plus 4w minus 21 equals 0. Agreed? Now remember, this is what I'm trying to show some of you guys. I'm just taking this right here, moving it down, shrinking it down a little bit so I can get myself organized here. And this over here I don't really need anymore. So now I'm factoring w squared plus 4w minus 21. That's not that hard. Seven and 3 plus 7 minus 3. So the width is 3 or the width is negative 7. Is it possible for the width to be negative? No. So that's out. So it says find the dimensions. All right, so the width is what? 3, and the length would be 14. And don't forget, these are centimeters. Do you agree with that now? All right, what? Let's look at 21. What?
So, for this problem, when you use divided by 2, I didn't do that and I still got the same answer. Is that okay?
Well, yeah, that just means your factors were like 2w minus 6 or 2w plus 14. Yeah, of course I don't care. All right, Catalina, what did you say? Okay, everybody take a look at 21 now. All right, the reason why I put this on here is because I wanted to make sure some of you are having a little problems with, I want to make sure you completely understand GCF and LCM. All right, so the greatest common factor is 10. Is the greatest common factor for A 10? No. B?
No.
No. C?
Yes.
D?
No.
No. E? Is 10 the greatest common factor in E?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've narrowed it down already just because we know. It's either C or E. Now we just have to know what the multiples are. So you learn multiples real young, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, when you started counting. Right, so that's just the multiples. All right, so the multiples of 10 would be 10, 20, 30, 40. Multiples of 20, 20, 40. So is the least common multiple 120?
No.
Does everybody see that? So it's not what? It's not C, it has to be E. Because again, think about the multiples of 30. 30, 60, 90, 120, 40, 80, 120. Does that make sense now? All right, it's a good review question to make sure that you understand the difference between a multiple and a factor. All right? So now, somebody tell me, just to make sure, somebody tell me the answer to 22. That was what? Tell me. Yeah, A, I believe is correct. Everybody okay with that being A? Any questions? All right, and what do we say about 23? Definitely A, correct? All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, again, I'm not expecting a whole lot of work there. All right. Now, 24, I am expecting work. All right, so here we go. Yes.
The answer?
What is the answer?
1.125 is what I got.
1.125 is almost correct.
Oh, I got 54.
54, definitely not correct. 1.5, 6, 54.
1.5.
Yeah.
6 or 4.5.
Those of you guys who got 1.5, you can pat yourself on the back. Good job. All right. Now, listen though, please. There are ways to do it. Now, this is the logical way. This is what I need for you to do. All right, is learn to draw things out. All right. So the first thing we do is we have a 9 by 12 room. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw yourself a room that is 9 by 12. Here's 9, and here's 12. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to lay a carpet in the room. All right. Now, generally, would this be where your carpet would go right here? No, because it's not centered properly. So what they mean by that is that it has a uniform width, so it's equal on all sides. All right, so here's kind of what I'm trying to say. So this is your rug right here. This is your rug. All right, now my question to you is, how far away from the wall are we right here? How far away? Do we know? No, so we're going to call that what? X, exactly. This is X. And again, how far away are we here? Same. And here, X. And here, X. That's what it means by uniform distance. All right? Now the hard part. All right, now is where you need to kind of look up, make sure you're with me, make sure you understand what I'm saying. So somebody tell me, what's this length from here to here?
9.
9. All right, now the hard part, so I need you to pay attention. What's the distance from here to here? X, thank you. What's the distance from here to here?
X.
X. All right, now the hard part. What is the distance then from here to here? No. Nope.
X squared.
Definitely not.
X plus X.
No. For those of you guys who got the answer. All right, let me say this one more time. What? 9 minus what?
2X.
9 minus, yeah, 9 minus 2x. You with me? So look, guys, what I need everybody to do is I need for them to come down here and put 9 minus 2x. That's that distance right there. What's the other distance going to be?
9 minus 2x.
No.
12 minus 2x.
Yay, very good. So the other distance is going to be 12 minus 2x. All right, so this distance right here is 12 minus 2x. Now, in terms of x, come on, pay attention to what I'm asking you. In terms of x, what's the area of the rug? In terms of x, what is the area of the rug? Not numerically. What is the area of the rug? How do I find the, go ahead. Yes, and what is the length and the width? No, I said of the rug. Say it again. What are the dimensions of the rug? Come on, you're almost right. There you go. Very, very good. So here we have it. So the area, 9 minus 2x times 12 minus 2x. That's the area of the rug. That is the area of the rug. Now, numerically, what is the area of the rug? Someone tell me. Oh, who said what they... No. So I'm going to put 9 minus 2x times 12 minus 2x equals 1/2. Equals 0. So the area of the rug is 0. What?
Negative 2x plus 9.
Whoa, 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 stop. Area. What is the area of the room? What's the area of the room? How much?
108.
108. So what's the area of the rug?
108.
Stop.
54.
54. Thank you. Equals 54. How did I know it was 54? Because it says in the word problem that it's half the area of the room. Everybody agreeing with me? All right. So now it's just a matter of, let's go ahead and multiply this out. Now, again, I need you to multiply that out rather quickly. All right. So again, you should be able to look at that and say 9 times 12. 108. Now you're looking at the middle terms. This is negative 24 and what? Negative 18, which makes negative 42. Thank you. Negative 42x. And then finally, negative 2x times negative 2x, which is positive 4x squared is equal to what? 54. Come on, stay with me. Now we're subtracting 54. So now let's put the numbers in order. 4x squared minus 42x minus, or I'm sorry, plus 54 is equal to 0. Is everybody happy with that so far? Now, next step is I need to do what? Divide by
2.
Divide by 2. All right, when I divide by 2, 2x squared minus 21x plus 27 equals 0. All right, now we're going to start factoring. Here we go, 2 sets of parentheses. So what do I have on this? 2x and x. Factors of 27, probably going to use 9 and 3. Where does the 9 go? On the right, 3 goes on the left because 18 and 3 makes what? If they're both negative. So now from there you should be able to say x is equal to 3 over 2, which we said was 1.5, or x equals 9. Now you have to look up and tell me something, that this right here is an extraneous solution. How do I know it's an extraneous solution? Because if I look at my room,
It's bigger than the room.
yeah, it would be bigger than the room. Did everybody see that? I can't make a square, or I can't make a uniform width of 9 meters if the length of my room is what? Only 9 meters. Is everybody with me on this? All right. So the width that you're going to measure out is going to be what? 1.5, and I said meters, yes. 1.5 meters. All right, now again, that is the important problem. The math, the algebra, that is the important stuff. Not guessing and checking, not trying to figure out some other logical way. That's what I want you to be able to do. All right, does anybody have any questions with that? All right, now I want to give you a minute. I'm going to see if you can set something up. This is a mind-blowing problem here. All right, I want you to try to figure this one out. If you paid attention on 24, you ought to be able to set this up pretty well. All right, so 25, give you a minute while I walk around the room and see if you're starting something. Read it. Then tell me what the length and width is. See if you can come to some conclusion. Think on your own a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. Wow. You guys are not, you're not looking at your figure properly, most of you. All right. Come on, look up, because there's no point. Setting it up is, again, the hardest part. So that's why I'm saying it's okay. All right, but just try to listen now, what I'm trying to show you. All right? Now, if you're continuing to work while I'm trying to show you something, you might miss something. All right, the way you're supposed to see it. Try, listen, real quick. So, again, the most important thing that I would want you to take a look at right here is I would want everybody in here to be able to tell me what this distance is from here to here. Someone tell me what that distance is. What?
24.
No. What? Exactly. I don't know why some of you have minus. Some of you had 12 minus 2x, or I'm sorry, 12 plus 2x, or 12 minus 2x. Right? Let me say it one more time. What's this distance from here to here, guys? That's x, because it's a uniform distance, right? So this distance is also what?
X.
So if this is x, and this is x, and this is 12, it's obviously what? 12 plus 2x. Everybody happy with that explanation?
Yeah.
All right, that's how you have to draw things on the figure sometimes, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't know that, put the x's there. All right, now instead of writing 12 plus 2x, it might be better just to say what? 2x plus what? 12. All right? Now, that's 1. Okay, so now what is this dimension from here to here? Charlotte?
4 plus X.
Yeah, 4 plus x. There weren't 2 x's involved this time. That's why I'm saying every problem can be a little bit different. All right? That becomes, instead of 4 plus x, we'll just call it what? X plus 4. Now, somebody's got to tell me what that area is going to be. What's the new area? What? The new area is what? So what's the area? Say it. 96. 96. The old area is what? 48. So they wanted to double the area, correct? So the new area now is going to be 96. Come on, we can do that. Now again, let's try to multiply this out real quick. All right, if I multiply this out real quick, 2x times x. 2x squared. Smiley face, how much?
12x.
And
48x.
makes
20x
plus 20x. And then what?
plus 48.
Plus 48. Come on, guys. Equals 96.
Subtract x.
Yes. And so now I have 2x squared plus 20x what?
So
Minus 48 equals 0. Now what do I need to do?
divide everything by 2.
Yeah, divide everything by 2. If you don't divide by 2, the factoring is harder. Divide by 2. So now I have x squared plus 10x minus 24 equals 0. Now you have to be careful with this factoring. Tell me.
12 and 2.
12 and 2, not 4 and 6. So it'd be x plus 12 and x minus 2. So x could be what? Negative 12, or x could be 2. So negative 12 is called an extraneous solution. So the only answer is what? 2. But I need to make sure I have the question answered. It might say, what are the dimensions? It might say, what's the width? Lots of different possibilities. So the question says what? What should the width of the border be? So the width of the border should be what? 2 what?
Meters.
2 meters. All right, make sure you're putting your units on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, what?
Why was the last problem minus 2x?
Because you have to look at the figure. Let's look and see if you can see it. I'm talking about the rug, not the room. So I'm what? Subtracting out the x's. What?
Alright, I get everything else, but how did you get x plus 4?
How did I get? For what?
In the parentheses. Parentheses at the top.
Oh, because this from here to here is how much?
X. That's 4.
So what's the whole length?
X.
There you have it. X plus 4. What?
Why would there not be 2 x's?
For what?
Not 2x.
For what?
X plus 4. I am.
So because I'm not building the over here.
Okay.
There's a wall there. Okay? All right, somebody else. All right, hopefully you're getting better at that. Hopefully you feel like you're getting better. Harrison, you guys, come on. I want you up here. Eyes up here, please. All right, let's take a look at 26. Who can tell me what I need to do for question number 26? What do I do?
You plug in negative 3 into f of x.
What do you think? Yes. Yes, you're kind of right. All right. So basically what I want everybody to write down is this. F of x is the same as what variable again?
Y.
Y. So good. Technically we can say this is y equals 3x squared plus 7x minus 8. Then I want to remind you, when someone says f of negative 3, that's saying when x equals negative 3, y equals what? Is that us?
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast. All right, so homework, do what you can. If you're having lots of problems, you should come see me in the morning so I can help you. All right, tomorrow we're going to finish this up.
What are we going to?
So you plug negative 3 in. Right, it'll be negative 2, I think.
So like, oh, you plug in x.